Alright people, so I have some very interesting news. Apparently it has been announced based off of Hiro Mashima's Twitter account. He specifically wrote himself that he will be doing a new monthly spin-off to Fairy Tail called Fairy Tail Zero. First of all, I'm not sure if this is the new manga that he was referring to that he was working on of some sort, or it's just a side project that he's doing, whatever, but it's been announced that he's going to be doing this as a monthly, and it's going to be basically the history of Fairy Tail. Pretty much, I'm guessing, the younger days of Mavis and the beginnings of Fairy Tail and how it all got started. So it's basically going to be giving you like the history and whatnot of how everything began with Fairy Tail. Now, for starters, Hiro Mashima, one of the things that I will say that nobody can take away from this man is that he is one of the hardest working men. He gives you, as far as mangakas go, he gives you just tons of content. He's been giving us all of these side stories combined. He gave us like, what, 4 or 5 side stories. He's just done a ton of different things, and I really respect that. But with this particular case, I'm curious, like, first of all, could this be like what I said with the last video about him doing another series? Could this possibly interrupt the flow of Fairy Tail? Because right now, Fairy Tail, while it still has some of its misses or whatnot, for the most part, it's been getting a lot better than it was, you know, a year ago or so. It's just been improving a lot. We're getting character development with characters that we've been wanting to see for a while. Everything is going a little bit more smoother than it used to go, and I don't want that to change because he's doing this backstory. Now, to be honest with you, this backstory of Mavis and whatnot, I feel that that could have been an arc in the actual manga. He didn't really necessarily need to give us a full-on, full-length series of it. And again, it's going to be monthly, so it's not that big of a deal where it's going to, like, you know, take up so much time or whatever. But nonetheless, this could have been, I feel personally, an arc in the actual manga because, okay, Fairy Tail, they got together, and yeah, this is how they came, you know, together or whatnot. I don't see why it necessarily needs this giant full-length series. And I'm saying giant because if it's going to be ongoing, that's more than what I feel like, you know, it needs, because it's just the backstory real quick of how they got together, and that could have been done in an arc, similar to like how Magi right now is doing an arc of how everything started. So I'm just like skeptical as to why was the need, other than, of course, you know, get some money, to do a monthly series called Fairy Tail Zero about the backstory of them, which at the same time is still interesting because at least it gives us a little more content and whatnot. And to be fair, Magi does have something similar going on with the whole Sinbad special, but Sinbad, that's kind of like the life journey of this amazing man that's done millions of things. So if he does it in that aspect of like, okay, we're going to learn why Mavis is legendary, why Zeref is legendary, which I would really like to see younger Zeref in there as well. So it could be a good thing, but at the same time, again, I don't want this to affect the quality of the main story because it has been getting a lot better than it was for a while now. And it's just like, yeah, if it's going to affect it, then why bother doing it? But we just got to wait and see. And overall, it's like, I'm mixed with the news. I don't think I'm going to be reviewing this one, to be honest with you guys. Maybe I'll talk about it here or there, or if something really interesting happens, I might talk about it, but I don't really see myself reviewing Fairy Tail Zero. I will read it because it just sounds like, you know, something enjoyable, and if it shows us the early days of Zeref and Mavis and how the crew got started, that sounds like it's going to be interesting. But nonetheless, I'm not like the biggest I'm not that excited about it as far as like, oh, I can't wait or anything like that, but it just seems like a nice little addition to, I guess, the Fairy Tail story for, like, you know, fans that want to find out the truth. And I'm just hoping as well that this doesn't like stop like the main story from having, like, you know, this backstory as well. Like, I hope we get a lot of the stuff that will be introduced in this backstory in the main story as well, because then it's going to be like you're taking out of the main story to add into this backstory. But we just got to wait and see. Overall, what do you guys think about this one? Are you excited for Fairy Tail Zero? Find out how Mavis and all of them came together, how the guild got started. Will you be reading this one? Again, I don't really see myself reviewing this one unless like there's like a really big moment or something like that, or some really big revelation, or maybe I'll just talk about it here and there within my weekly chapter reviews of the actual Fairy Tail series, which, by the way, nothing's going to happen with the regular Fairy Tail series. It's going to be continuing going weekly Shonen Magazine, nothing to worry about there. But yeah, just your overall thoughts of this. Are you excited, disappointed? Think this is going to make Fairy Tail, you know, just too dysfunctional because it's just going to be too much going on? And your overall thoughts of this one. But that's all I have for this news. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you're excited at the very least to see what's going to happen in this one, because if it's giving us a backstory, there could be some interesting things. I'm just hoping it's not like a lot of these other spin-offs, because there has been some spin-offs where I just feel as though it's clear as day that there's nothing to add in these spin-offs, and it's like, I don't want that case. Like, let it be like similar to like the Sinbad spin-off, where it feels like, yeah, you're getting a lot of rich material that you're not getting in the main story. Hopefully it's something along the lines of that, but we just gotta wait and see. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.